I've always been a bit competitive. I loved doing martial arts as a kid, and as I grew older, I fell in love with competitive video games. I've tried everything. I love games like Titanfall and Destiny, but nothing quite hits like Melee PvP. I fell in love with games like For Honor, Souls, and New World. There's something really nice about a good third-person PvP game. Unfortunately, most of those games are dead, dying, or just old. That being said, I still totally log into Bloodborne every now and then, even if it takes me 45 minutes to get an invasion, because it's just really fun. I've tried a little bit of everything. Hell, I even played Hood Outlaws and Legends. Does anyone remember that game? No? Just me? Well, damn. My point being is I love these kinds of games. Know what I don't really vibe with? Extraction games. But Scully, is it Mistfall? Hey, shut up. Extraction games and I have had a rough time. I think I played like an hour of Hunt before deciding it's not for me. Hell, I even tried the newest playtest of a game called Hunger. That was really fun, but like most extraction games, I was turned off by the blazingly fast time to kill. I know it's a skill issue, but I just don't think it's very fun to die in 1 or 2 gunshot blasts. It was a damn shame because I really did enjoy the melee combat in Hunger when I had the opportunity to do it. The few sword fights I had in that game were phenomenal. Time to kill in these kinds of games is a point of contention for most people. Some love it, others hate it. I'm firmly in the camp that dislikes the time to kill in most extraction games. It feels like one of the best parts of these games is lost when the time to kill is instant or 1 to 2 seconds. I'm with that time to kill in games like Titanfall or Destiny, but when most of the match is spent wandering around a map killing mobs, getting one-tapped out of the blue just feels bad. I really don't think I'm the target audience for those kinds of games. Don't get me wrong, I'm used to dying in games and losing everything. That's because I like things like roguelites or survival games, and most of the time with those, I know exactly why and how I die. When a friend told me about Dark and Darker, I was going to write it off as just another extraction game. But then they told me it was inspired by D&D and I gave it a shot. Dark and Darker was a really great time. It's janky as all hell, but there's nothing quite like landing a longsword parry.
Oh, fuck, dude! That was so good!
What Dark and Darker had that no other extraction shooter I had played up until then was a longer time to kill. There were more opportunities for things like comebacks or even running away. If you were caught unaware, then you got punished for it, but instead of instantly dying, you just started the encounter with less health. It was really fun and I loved my time with Dark and Darker dearly.
Why did it go after him?
Unfortunately, it was around this time that Dark and Darker was removed from Steam, and I kinda just forgot about it. Since then, I got really into PvP survival games like Dune and V Rising. This was another flavor of challenge and one of my favorite experiences in gaming ever. Those two games had such fun and varied PvP thanks to their intricate build and weapon systems. Lots of variety, and most fights never felt the same. The time to kill meant that people had all sorts of reactions to encounters, whether that was running away or cutting into mobs or just doing an honest duel. The inclusion of proximity chat also meant those encounters were really fun and funny. Plus, upgrading your base was neat and unlocking newer gear was rewarding even if it meant you had to risk it in the open world. What makes Mistfall Hunter stand out to me is how it combines the best aspects of all of my favorite PvP games. Builds are varied, the glasses and gears look super cool, time to kill is nice and long, which means encounters are interesting and comebacks are always possible. There is a constant sense of progression thanks to the camp system. I adore the fact that this game is in third person. I love looking at my character, and the art team for Mistfall has knocked it out of the park. I'm hoping we get some sort of transmog system further down the line since some of the early armor sets look way better than the later ones in my opinion. But I also really like grungy armor more than opulent looking stuff. Mistfall ended up feeling more like those survival crafting games than the extraction shooters I played, which is strange to say considering the genres are so different. They just scratch the same kind of itch. It's hard to describe. The PvE elements in this game are also excellent. The normal mobs are dangerous enough, but the bosses really stand out. These things feel straight out of a From Software game, and their mechanics felt beatable. I also like that there's a lock that prevents people from griefing your boss fight, but that lock is temporary. It encourages you to play aggressively in the boss encounter or risk everything to a rival player. The classes also feel very inspired and varied. The 6 we have fulfill lots of character fantasies, and I'm glad to say that the build variety also means that most encounters, even against people in the same class, feel different. This game is just doing so much right. Mistfall has been called all sorts of things these past few days. Elden Raiders, Extraction Slop, Sword and Potion Shovelware. But to me, it just looks like a game I'm about to sink 1,000 hours into. I'll be playing Mistfall all week and encourage you to join me here on YouTube or on Twitch. I'll have drops enabled for more exclusive in-game items, and it should just be a good time. These past few betas have been super fun, and I'm looking forward to spending hours dying in the mist. If you've liked the video, feel free to subscribe. I cover PvP games and stuff I'm passionate about. I've been Skully Sinful, and until next time, when the world bares its fangs, bite back.